you were probably good at school. I was good at school. And when I was a professor, I'd sometimes find a student where I thought, oh boy, this student is just, she's so good at this, or he's so good at this. And there's a risk because there are some people who pick things up very well and who always come across as if they're natural. So the student that I would think of, oh, this is going to be the best motivation student I've ever had, there were probably 5 to 10 other people in her life that had identified her as best tennis player, the best math student, the best this, the best that. And there's a danger of wanting to guide them and wanting them to go in a certain direction. I see this a lot with very talented women science students. There's such an emphasis on, oh, we need more women in the sciences. The funny thing is, some of those women who are brilliant at physics and math, when they take psychology, they fall in love with it. And they get the message, oh, you shouldn't waste your time on psychology. You should be doing physics and math. Or if you're great at language learning or something, no, you have that talent. We want you to go in this direction. And I think that's almost always a mistake. We should let kids pursue their interests. And we have to trust that even, even a kid who goes for dramatic arts is probably going to end up making more of a contribution and having a better life if they're allowed to follow their interests rather than being funneled into being an engineer or something.
This brings up sort of the challenge then of, right, the challenge that every parent, every teacher has when they see an interest in a kid and how to foster that and support them and sort of provide opportunities for the next step or a potential next step without having them feel like they're being controlled.
They're almost always being controlled, and it's really hard for the parents. I actually teach extensively about the development of expertise, and parents play a vital role in terms of exposing them early on, encouraging them, finding a motivating coach early, one that will help them keep this love of the activity, but then transitioning at age 8 or 9 to not such of a motivating coach, but one who has the level of training that will bring out the best. And there's so many things that can go wrong on that pathway to excellence. And there's so many dangers of destroying the kids' interest and developing problems of overdoing it in a sport or in an activity. It's really, really hard. And I think self-determination theory is good to know about so that you can, in the United States, we all want children who are brilliant, and there's a tendency to be watching for the appearance of what the special quality is and then wanting to nurture and develop that. But the research on expertise indicates that there is a special quality, and it's the capacity to work hard, to remain interested, and to keep refining what you're doing. And it's that motivational quality that's going to allow our kids to go to succeed in any direction they hit upon. And instead, the mistake we make is to think, yeah, it's math ability. That's where I'm gonna, or it's, oh, this kid's a great athlete, or they have musical ability. And it's pretty sad when I think of all the kids I know who were like great at music in high school, and very like 98% of them never played that instrument again the rest of their lives. And with sports, a lot of kids, once you get into competitive sports, you'll reach a level at which other kids will be better than you, and there's fewer kids still involved. So you usually leave the field as thinking you're a failure and you didn't have what it takes. And I think more of the training and parenting should be about, things you're going to enjoy the rest of your life. And don't worry about funneling them towards some area where you think, yeah, that's where the jobs are going to be, and that's where a girl could make the most contribution. But don't burden people with that.